Both.
Nah, but which is more true?
Costa Rica were terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spain looked good. Absolutely. They're one of the tournament favorites, without a doubt. But a 7-0 scoreline, I didn't see that coming from Costa Rica, who and it's CONCACAF, and that's fine. But one of their strong suits was the way they defended, especially in the second half of World Cup qualifying. But Luis Fernando Suarez did his team no favors in the way he set them up. He almost set them up to fail. And when they tried reacting, they just opened themselves up more and more to a very talented Spanish side.
Any particular fault here on Keylor Navas? He's a guy who we have such high expectations of, but if you look at kind of the minutes that he's had in the run-up to this, they're not what you would expect of one of the elite goalies in the world, and maybe we saw some rust?
Yeah, rust, confidence was shaken. The first goal, Asensio's goal, he gets two hands on it, a goal that Keylor Navas, a goalkeeper of his level, his talent, should be able to keep out of the back of the net. Wasn't the case. And in a tournament like this, in a World Cup setting, when one of your most experienced players, valuable players, best players, is on the wrong end of a mistake like that, it's going to shake the team.
Any way Costa Rica can bounce back from this, or when you get 7 shipped on you in a World Cup, even though there's 2 games to go?
I mean, it's about pride now, right? Because they're not going to make it out of the group like that. I mean, 7 goals against Spain. I don't care who it is. 7 goals against Spain. It's a very good team. You have to assume that what's coming up next could be just as difficult. A German team, that Japanese team, how dynamic they were going forward. If the game is open, how dangerous they can be.
You're saying we could see more of this for Costa Rica.
More
bad days for Keylor Navas here.
It could be a very, very long and painful tournament. Well, not long, just a painful tournament.
So you mentioned Costa Rica as kind of them being bad is the bigger story of this game. Let's focus on Spain just for a little bit, because I certainly had them as one of my, not tournament favorites, but kind of in that second tier. The big question with them is who's going to score the goals. They don't really have a number 9.
That's it, right
Today, they don't have a number 9, really. It's Asensio, and they scored 7. So is that, can we put that to bed for Spain?
No,
do you see them as
because it's Costa Rica.
Okay.
But even though
you don't see them as real tournament contenders?
I do, because I did my bracket, and I said no, they're not tournament contenders because I don't have the 9.
Right.
Asensio is their 9 right now. Morata's coming and he's backing up right there. But when I did my bracket, it ended up they were in semifinals.
Right.
So they're a tournament contender.
Right.
And what they just showed me is that they could be dangerous going forward. Again, versus this Costa Rican side. This Costa Rican side showed you very little.
Yeah. All right, so Group B then, full of surprises on the day. Japan beating Germany.
That was surprising.
And Costa Rica shipping 7 against Spain.
7.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.